everybody, this is Christine, and I'm coming to you live from the Cards by Christine studio here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And it was a happy Monday today, back to the work week, and it was a sunshiny day until about maybe an hour or so ago, and then we got some rain. So it cooled off too. So I've got a hot, soupy mess of gravel and rock outside my back door right now and puddles everywhere. So that's how it's gonna be at my house for a little while now. I'm just gonna try to pull up your comments and find you in my, here we go, live. I see that Lisa's here, Dar's on, Jean's on. Hi Lisa, hi Jean, hi Dar. Thanks for joining me tonight. How was your day, girls? Did you have a good Monday? Did you work? I bet Lisa, are you still at home helping the kids out with their schooling? That's like a full-time job in and of itself, isn't it? So crazy, crazy, crazy. So I made a little progress on picking out, hi Shar, hi Katie. Oh, some major decisions were made this weekend for me. Hi, Diane. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Angela. So, Diane, you've been asking me who my builder contractor guy is, and I finally decided. So, lots of major decisions were made this weekend. I had told you girls the concrete came out last week, and we're ready to move forward. So, I have the excavator lined up. I have the concrete guy lined up, and I have my builder lined up. So Dar worked from home today. Angela, you said you're almost done with your paper pumpkin. Oh no, you're not going to put it together with me. That's okay. I know when you get that paper pumpkin in the mail, it's like you want to just do it right away. Hi, Kelly. So I got 3 paper pumpkins yesterday. I didn't realize I signed up for 3 of them, so I do have one extra one that I'm going to be willing to sell in case somebody didn't get the April pumpkin. I think next week, Thursday, I have set aside for an online class, which is going to be putting the paper pumpkin together for April. So, hi Diane, thanks for joining. So yes, I have concrete, and I have the builder, and today I just picked my electrician. So, hi Elaine. So basically I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot of stuff to figure out. I have, what do I have left? The drywall and insulation yet. And other than that, and then I got to get the materials bought. So, hi Rhonda. I guess it takes like 4 to 5 weeks to get trusses in these days. And that's probably normal or typical, but basically the plan is to have the slab poured in 30 days and then for Mark to start building the week after Memorial Day. So yay. Jean said that she's cleaning and organizing craft stuff, her craft place. That's awesome. So, that's one thing I said I was going to do while I'm working from home and don't have many night classes is I was going to go clean in my craft room, and I haven't done that. I'm actually a little afraid to go up there because I think it's not going to be just like an hour-long thing. It's going to be like, I felt like I need a week up there. So good luck, Jean. Is anybody else working on organizing their craft space and going through stuff? We have our small business showcase set for May 31st, girls. So I'm so happy that we rescheduled it from March 28th to May 31st. We didn't know how much time, and that was really the only weekend that worked for Rachel Wild and I. And so that's going to be a used stamp sale. So if you girls are going through your stuff, start figuring out what you think you could sell and mark it and put the light painter's tape on it, quarter increments with your initials. If you're on my team, you get credit back. You get cash back, I should say, not credit. If you're on my team, you get cash back, and if you're a customer of mine, you get store credit. So basically, you get to go shopping in the new annual catalog because that will be available the middle or the beginning of June. So good stuff. So yes, as you're cleaning and organizing, set aside stuff that you potentially want to sell, and we'll put it for sale at the used stamp sale. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is all kind of subdued by then. So on another note too, I looked at the calendar today. So we're safer at home till May 26th. So I was going to have a mountain air class in person, and I was going to have a monthly class in person on the 25th because Safer at Home was going to be done on the 24th. Well, that got extended. Hi, Sue. So girls, I'm working on the schedule. So I know every Thursday we're going to be doing an online class, a real class, like where you can get kits and stuff. And then I'm still going to continue doing like this ad hoc Facebook Lives, making a card and putting a project together every weeknight. So watch for some details on that. I'm going to flip down. These are all the names that I have for the drawing tonight. I'm so super excited. After I'm done making a card, you girls that watched me on Friday night, hi Luann, hi Lori, I got an extra one of these ornate style bundles for half off. I showed you the wrong one on Friday. I thought I had the ornate garden, but Gina actually was borrowing this for me. And this is the one that I'm giving away for half off. So I went back to my emails and my Facebook posts and messages, and I have like, I think there's like 13 names here. So super excited to do this drawing later. So I'm gonna scoot that off to the side. So I am pretty sure I got everybody's name. So hi Ruth, I got your name in there, Ruth, for sure. I know that. So that drawing is gonna be after class tonight for that. And then the other thing too, I wanna just quickly announce, as long as I got all you girls too, is this is the class, the next bundle class. So every month I do a bundle class, and it features a bundle. Like tonight's card features the Pretty Peacock. So to get the co-kits, or you can get completed cards, this is one of the cards. And so for those people that signed up for this class, if you're listening right now, you gotta be thinking about this part of this card. This uses Pacific Point. Ooh, there's my phone. I didn't turn the volume off. Oops. So it uses like 3 different colors and an aqua painter. And you're going to have to tell me if you want me to do this for you or if you want to do it. And I will be sending an email out to everybody who signed up for this class, letting you know what supplies you need. So when you're watching me on Thursday night, you can work along with me. So again, this is Thursday night. We're going to be making these 4 cards. This was a Cheryl Taylor casing. She made this card for our team swap party. Absolutely loved it. It was gorgeous. I'm like, we need to make this in class. And this was a Jay Shante casing card. She made this card with a different DSP in the back, but this is another one that we'll be making on Thursday night. And then here's another one we're gonna make Thursday night live. So you could get the to-go kits from me for this class, or you could get the completed cards. I do have a couple people that wanted the completed cards for this. So super cool. Hi, Ann. Thanks for watching. Hi, Kathy back. Okay, so tonight what we're gonna be doing, I pulled out the Pretty Peacock. You know, girls, I'm very, very happy that I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. And sometimes when I'm making card kits for class, I have to forecast. And I usually over forecast so that in case somebody signs up at the last minute, I've got an extra card kits. So what happens, so some of these cards that I've been making for you, like all last week, those 3 cards were from the June monthly class. Well, tonight's from my Pretty Peacock bundle class that I had in August. I had extra card kits. And June is like a year ago, and I had those card kits sitting in a bucket, and I haven't put them together yet. And right now that's perfect because I can put them together with you. So this card tonight was from a bundle class, and some of you may remember this. So, hey Jay, I just showed off your card that I cased. So this was a bundle class. Every month I pick a bundle, and I make 3 to 4 cards for that bundle, and that's the class. So this was the bundle class for the month of August, and it featured the Royal Peacock stamp set, and it featured the matching coordinating dies that are called detailed peacock dies. So this is what there's a whole suite of product on this actually, and I'll pull up the catalog in a second, but check out these 3 cards. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm grabbing the annual catalog really quick so that I can go through these with you. But these were the 3 cards that we made, and you can't see them because of the glare, haha. So these are the 3 cards that we made in that class. And if you took this class, shout out that you did this. I didn't have many people sign up. August is a slower month because of it being summer, but it featured the stamp here with the peacock. Here it featured the stamp with the big die. And then there's this super, super pretty die here that has the detailed peacock. So these were the 3 cards that we made in that class in August. And luckily, this card right here, so Elaine has this bundle and she hasn't used it yet. Okay, well, hopefully this is some inspiration, Elaine, for you to get this bundle out and use it. So luckily, I had like 8 of these card kits. I think I overestimated by 8 for this class. So I had a card kit. So we're gonna make this card tonight. So aren't they pretty though, the peacocks? So I am a big peacock fan. I absolutely love peacocks, I love owls, I love turtles. Oh my goodness, I like different things and I go crazy. So let's see here. So for the Royal Peacock, there's actually a whole suite of product with the Royal Peacock. So I'm gonna I didn't go ahead and mark the page, but it's here on page 25. So what they did in the annual catalog is they have it by bundles here. So I don't know if this peacock is carrying over or not. We will find that out on Wednesday. As a demonstrator, we get to see the new annual catalog in a PDF version on Wednesday. Who's excited? Happy dance, happy dance. So last week I did 3 cards that featured 3 different suites, and now here's another card that we're doing featuring the Noble Peacock Suite. So in here, we've talked about the stamps and the dies. They come as a bundle with a reduced price of 10% if you get both the dies and the stamps. There's a really cool peacock, it's called Beads and Baubles embossing folder. And this card right here features that. Let's see if we can see it here. If I get there, you can see that they look like little teardrops right here. Yep, so that's the embossing folder. So Dar has the paper and not the dies. Okay, you bought the paper and not the dies. Okay, Sherry, hi Sherry. Nice that you're watching. Jay's got, I'll buy a kit from you if you want to, Battle. You're funny, Jay. I've got one of these and maybe I'll surprise you with a card in the mail. Not put to, the only thing on here is one thing that's stamped. So yes, I'll send you a kit in the mail, girl. You sent me a card last week, so I appreciate that. There's some really, really pretty paper here. One of them is designer series paper that is foil. So in this case, hey Sam, hey Wendy. In this case, this is the really pretty foil paper. This is the old olive, and then there's the Night of Navy, and then here's this one right here, which is like the Bermuda Bay one. And so those are the 3 different patterns that you get. And then there's also foil paper, and we'll be using the foil paper tonight. There's also some really cool embellishments that are rhinestones, and they're all the different peacock colors with blues and purples and the greens. So those are cool. Hi, Julie. There's also some really pretty ribbon in this suite of product, and it's reversible ribbon. So it's greenish on one side and like teal on the other. And so it's really cool reversible ribbon. All right, so that's all of the products that are available in this suite. And if you flip the page over, you can see the foil papers really nice and big and expanded. So the foil comes in the navy, it comes in Pretty Peacock. Oh, actually it's Blueberry Bushel, Old Olive, and Pretty Peacock. Oh, you guys, yeah, so Jay, and okay, super, super exciting. I mailed Jay's card prize on Saturday and Jennifer's card. They both won from last week. And they both arrived on Monday. The mail system is rocking it now. So who would have thought of mailing on Saturday, it comes on Monday. Okay, so that's the suite of products here. So for the Royal Peacock. So, all right, girls, that's a little bit about the peacock. I will be very sad if this does get retired. If it does, you girls, like you gotta stock up on some of these consumable things like the foil papers and the rhinestones. But oh my goodness, I absolutely love peacocks. So very, very happy with that. So, all right, I have not done any of the prep work for this card. So, oh, Rhonda says she's on her 3rd roll of that ribbon. That's awesome. Okay, so this is the card we're gonna be making. Let me get the plastic off so it's not all shiny on us. And I've not done any prep work. So you girls are gonna have to deal with me with a little bit of die cutting. And I did that on purpose because these dies are very intricate and I wanna show you some tricks with using them. So we're gonna do a little bit of die cutting together. So my host code is here, girls. Just a reminder, I absolutely appreciate every order that you give me. It helps me to do these free live classes. I couldn't do this without you. So if you are ever in need of anything, I know if you're a demonstrator, you're going to support your own habit like I do. But if you're one of my customers, I truly appreciate your orders. So I can't thank you enough for them. So that host code is always here in case you need to place an online order, or you can contact me and I will help you put your order into. And I do that for a lot of you girls. So all right, back to business, girls. Kathy says she hopes this carries over. I do too. So let me put that here because that's glaring and I hate to see the glare. So here we have our Old Olive. Old Olive is 8.5 and it measures by 5.5 and it's scored here at 4 1/4. So yes, Jay's right. The blueberry bushel is retiring. So I'm sure that this foil paper will be retiring. So, all right, so I have this already scored. So all I'm gonna do when I'm folding this in half is match my corners so they align, and bring out your bone folder. And I'm noticing that's a really super shiny too. We'll do that. So bring out your bone folder and you can burnish your edge here. All right. So that helps to give you a nice crisp edge. All right. So that's our card base. Now what we have here are some other pieces going on here. I got lots of paper with this one. Thanks for sharing, Shar. You always remind me to tell people to like, share, and comment. I really appreciate that. When you share the love, then your friends get to see all this fun stuff. So I've got a piece of Whisper White here. It measures 4 by 5 1/4. And then the Pretty Peacock also measures 4 by 5 1/4. So there's nothing that happens with this piece of paper here. So that one I'm just gonna set off to the side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our inside. So right now I have this stamped as "You are incredible." And on the inside it says, "Congratulations on such an amazing accomplishment." So girls, the card that I'm making tonight is gonna be the giveaway for the Facebook Live tonight. Well, besides also the half off bundle that we're doing. But what I'm doing here is that's what's part of the stamp set. So we're gonna grab out of here. Oh, do you see my little trick here? So the name of the stamp set is Royal Peacock. And when you flip it open, I've taken a little snippet, a photocopy of the catalog of the coordinating dies are called Detail Peacock. This is my way of staying organized. Some of you may have seen that I've done that, and here I've got the name of the stamp set. So if I can't remember the names, this really helps me stay organized. So I'm gonna pull out this stamp. There's some little flowers up there, so I'm gonna pull that out. And the saying is, "Congratulations on such an amazing accomplishment." Who would you give this card to? Did somebody just recently graduate? Or I should say, are they going to be graduating soon? They're seniors and they got kind of shorted out of their last little bit of hoorah-rah at the end of the year. This would make a really, really pretty graduation card. So, all right, so here you can see what I'm doing is I'm putting the photopolymer stamp on my acrylic block. I put them on here diagonally to make sure that I'm using a smaller block. If you try to put this on straight, it will go over the edge. So you might be tempted to try to put it on this really, really big block. You can see I've got glimmer paint all over this block from last week. It got everywhere, girls. Oh my goodness, I have glitter paint like everywhere. So we really shook up that glimmer paint. All right. So I am just tapping lightly on the Night of Navy ink here. And you know what? I probably should use Blueberry Bushel, but I'm not going to run upstairs now and get Blueberry Bushel. You know, if I'd be on my A game, I would have remembered that was Blueberry Bushel and not Night of Navy. But Night of Navy is definitely going to do the trick for us tonight. So, all right. Then what we're going to do is pull in the little flowers here so they come in that set. And all I'm doing is wiggling back and forth. I see hearts coming through, girls. Thanks, I love love. All right, I'm just gonna pop those on the top of my sentiment. So if you had an envelope that you wanted to decorate to match this, this is what I would use on the envelope, just to give it a little bit of wow. Isn't it super fun to get a letter in the mail and then the envelope matches the card? Super, super cool. So what I've got over here is a little scrap of Whisper White. It's just a teeny tiny scrap. I don't know what size it is. It doesn't really matter. But girls, this is my thing that I'm bringing in. So do you remember on Friday night? I believe we used these dies. We did Bird Ballad and we used this. So here's another one. If you don't own these stitched hexagon dies, I would get these before they retire. If they retire. I'm not sure if they are or not. I won't know until Wednesday. But we're going to be using it there, and we're also going to be using it here. Hey, Kathy, thanks for joining. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I like to do my stamping before I do my die cutting. Some people would take this and potentially die cut this and then stamp it, but I like to stamp it kind of near the center. And when I stamp, you want to just go straight down and back up. Angela just she just commented, stitched dies. So you girls know I'm a little bit crazy about stitched dies. I absolutely have this thing. I love all stitched dies. I will own every stitched die set that they ever come out with. So I'm done with my inside for now. So I'm just gonna tuck that in here. And what I'm gonna be doing is I need to cut out this. I need to cut out this, and I made it really, really like tight. I have this piece we don't do anything with. That's gonna go on our card. But I'm gonna pull out the dies here. And here's what we're doing. We need, let's get this out. So we're gonna use this one on here, and then there are these little peacock tails. Okay, this is one of my absolute favorite dies in the world here too. Do you see this feather? That is part of this peacock set. It is a feather. I'm gonna hold it over the black so you can see it cuts out a feather. Oh my God, it is gorgeous. Ugh, I love the peacock feather. So, all right, what do we got going on here? So that one goes here, so that's for our blue. And then there's this one is for green or olive, and then we've got that. So what I did when I designed, hi Chris, what I did when I designed this card is I tried to use, I didn't try to use the same die 3 times. I tried to use all 3 dies so that when we run them through the Big Shot, that we can run all of them at the same time. So what I'm gonna do is I have, this is my little trick. So it does have a magnetic platform, but whenever I stamp something with a sentiment, I like to make sure that the die doesn't wiggle around on me. So I get this on Amazon. It's called low tack artist tape. It's like the consistency of a Post-it note backing. So it won't rip your paper when you pull it off of here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line up my sentiment so it's straight. That's why I like to stamp first and then die cut. So that's ready. And I've got this ready for me too. This is my pokey tool. They don't sell that one anymore, but there is a take your pick tool, so we'll use that. And then there's a die brush. So I have that ready for me. So girls, I need to move stuff aside here so that you can see what I'm doing. And we're gonna get the Big Shot here. And I know people do their Big Shot cutting. Okay, here we go, right in the middle. And I'm gonna shake the whole table when we do this, but there is a magnetic platform underneath here. And then I have a cutting plate that is oh so loved. You can see that it has been loved a lot. It's all cut up. So I usually keep that one as my bottom. So the Big Shot, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have one right now, but in the new annual catalog, there is going to be a Big Shot. So it will be available really soon. But one of the things that when you have a really detailed die like this one and the other ones, is I try to put the detailing on the side. The gears are here and here. So that's where the most pressure is gonna go. So on this Pretty Peacock piece, I'm gonna put this on the side here where this gear is. And then I'm going to put this old olive foil piece off to the side here. And I'm gonna put these so they nestle on the paper. So did you see it wants to wiggle around a little bit? Well, that's not gonna be cool. I'm gonna show this who's boss by taping these in place so they don't wiggle around. I don't wanna take the chance that it moves off the edge of the paper and then I've just wasted all that pretty foil. Okay, this thing might give me the same problem as well, but we're gonna see here. So let me just see this card real quick. I think that I cut this super, super close. So hang on, I think that's gonna go like that. And again, I'm gonna use tape on this. I just do not want it moving on me. And then the last thing is this one. But my plate is pretty full here, so I'm gonna save this for a round 2. So you're gonna put the other plate over the top. Now the main thing is you wanna make sure your platforms are lined up evenly. You don't want them crooked like that. You can see there, that will get eaten by the machine. Okay, girls, here we go. We're gonna run this through, and I call this a round trip. So that means I'm going forwards, and then I'm gonna reverse it and go backwards. So I just did a round trip. That is because I have these really detailed dies. So now this one, this just pulls right off. So this guy, and then I use this tape again. So I'll just stick it on the Big Shot like that. So here I've got the one. That one's good. Then let's look at this one. Oh, it just fell right out. Did you see that? Like I didn't even have to pick it out of the die. It came right out. So that's awesome. Now this tape is reusable. So I will put that right on my machine so it's there for me the next time. And then I have these two. Now in this case, they didn't hang out on the platform. They're actually inside. So I always look at the back of them just to make sure it cut them. So if you can see here, there's edging here. That looks like it did cut to me. And you know how you can tell is when you poke through here, if you pull this out, these pieces poke out. So that, and they come off really easy. Okay, so that one's good. And then this one, that one cut good. So I'm just gonna take that, and my general rule of thumb when I have stuff like this is when you poke down, you go at a diagonal. So you go at it and you don't go straight at it. I go at a diagonal so it doesn't wreck the paper. And then that starts to pull out like that. And then I'll gingerly just pull it out of the die. I'll worry about picking those little pieces out in a bit. Now, this one. This is the most important thing. When you flip this over, I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it's cut, but it's not. All of this stuff right here is not cut whatsoever. Now, the outside came off, but if you took this out of here, those little details would not be cut. So what I do, so this was on here like this. Now what I'll do is turn it, what is that, 90 degrees, and I'll run this back through the Big Shot one more time. And I'm gonna do a round trip again. So on these really detailed dies, it's really important to cut through that paper so you don't have to sit there and pick at it. Tammy says, a peacock feather is a symbol of beauty, balance, perception, spirituality, self-confidence, awareness, leadership, self-love, and resurrection. I love it. Okay, so that helped, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, because once you pick this die out of there, it's hard to line it back up. You can do it, but so what I'm gonna do is just one more time, I'm gonna make a round trip. So you can see on this detailed one, it's taken me 6 times to do this. And I'm just doing that just to be certain. Okay, I'm good now. I'm gonna set this off to the side because I wanna show you how to get that out of there. Hey, Tanya. Okay, so now we have our hexagon. So we're just gonna run that through here. And when you have dies that are outlines, one time is generally enough. So watch. I'm gonna pull this out of here and one time. So it's those detailed dies, those are the ones that you need to run through multiple times. Now, we're not quite done with the Big Shot. You can't really see it, but on this card, this is textured. I don't know if you can see it. It's the subtle embossing folder. It is my #1 absolute favorite embossing folder, and that's because if you don't know what to do on something but you want a little texture, use the subtle embossing folder. It is like linen-y thread lines. So you want to do your die cutting first, and then what you're going to do is run it through the Big Shot again, but using an embossing folder. So you want to do cutting and then embossing. Who knows why? I try to tell this in class. If you would do the embossing first and then the die cutting, it would squish it when you run it back through the Big Shot. So what I've done is basically I've die cut the piece, and then I've just embossed it, and I've got that soft, subtle pattern on there. It just adds so much to it. So Sue says, would the peacock die work better with the precision base plate? Yes, it would, absolutely. I have found that when you use that precision base plate, it really does help. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Ann. So I just didn't bring it out though because I don't even know where mine is, honestly. It's hiding somewhere. And I'm really, really hoping that with the new Big Shot that they're coming out with too, like that there's just a really good tight fit. So it really doesn't need to run through it 6 times, but I have found with those detailed dies, you want to run them through extra. So this piece here, girls, if you're wondering, I know it's 4 inches this way, but on this side, it's 3 inches. So this is perfect. It's a 4 by 3. So you, when you have a 12 by 12 piece, that maximizes what you get out of there. So, all right. So I think we got a lot of our prep work done now. So here's this. We've got a little ribbon that needs to go on here, okay? And we'll have to make a bow, but going back to this is our die, and that's what it looks like on the back. This is where I have my little Rubbermaid container, and hey Bonnie, this is a die brush. And what you're gonna wanna do with this is you just run it over the top of your die while the paper is still in here. You have to be careful to not get these little bristles caught in them. If that happens, they start to pull out and then the whole thing kind of comes unraveled. So you do want to be a little bit gentle with it to not get them caught in there. Did you see that? Those are all the little bits from the peacock that came out. Wouldn't those be cute in a shaker card? Oh, we need to make a shaker card with you girls sometime before all this is done. I gotta show you shaker cards. How many of you have made a shaker card? Would you like to see a shaker card made? I think I can do that in the next week or so. Okay, so look at that. We've just popped out all of the pieces. You see that? They just came out so sweetly. Now what you're gonna do is take your pick tool, and I generally start at the top, and again, go at that diagonal, and that will make sure you don't poke it through the paper, and then watch. It just falls right out. Isn't that cool? That's how you wanna use the die. So, it makes it so much easier when you have the right tools for the project. So a lot of times people would sit there and they'd take their picky tool and they'd sit here and they'd poke. And that's a waste of time. Like run it through a couple extra times and then use this foam mat and the brush. So cool. All right, so that's our little peacock. Now, you definitely want to Stella your peacock. Let's see where I got my Stella pen going. So your Wink of Stella, pull that out. Oh, you girls want to see if a shaker card. Okay, we'll do that. I will make a shaker card. I can't promise you what it'll be of, but it'll be of something really cool. Anne says I make it look so easy. Well, relax. I'm a professional. I'm supposed to make it look easy, right? You know what helped make that easy though, girls? Did you see I ran it through 6 times? Like sometimes when you're in class or you're at home, you don't realize that you gotta run that through a couple more times and it just will fall out. And look what happens when you Stella. Oh, let's see if I can get the glitter. Oh, I don't know if you can see it so much, but I Stella the heck out of this beautiful little peacock. So now that's ready. And we've got our sentiment here. We got a little bit of poking to do here. So my trick when you have stuff that's little like this that needs to get poked out, I generally hold my finger behind it. And when I poke down, it gets stuck on my finger. You have to be careful though, because if you poke through here too hard, you will poke your finger and you will cause yourself to bleed. And then you have to have the Band-Aids on standby. So, but by poking it against your finger, it sticks to your finger and falls off, versus if you just poke at this, it has a tendency to want to catch on that and not fall off really nice. Okay, so that was my little tip on poking that kind of stuff. There's actually one over here too. So there we go. Let's poke those little pieces out. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining. You're just in time to watch us put this beautiful card together. So Char's saying that a bad storm is coming through. Yes, I saw that we had some shady weather coming. So, okay, so we've got all of our pieces. Let's get glue happy, girls. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue my inside in, just because I like to get that out of the way. So I'm just using my liquid glue, just a little bit around the edges. Less is best. Some people say dot, dot, not a lot. I love that. So we're going to put that in here. So we got that done. Now, what we've got here is I like to kind of assemble from the top down. Like you might have a tendency to want to glue this down and then glue from the bottom up. I like to glue from the top down. So in this case, I'm going to glue this piece of blueberry bushel foil paper onto the Pretty Peacock. As you get done with the glue, did you see what was happening? Nothing came out, but just take your glue bottle like that and shake it a little and more glue will come out. I promise you, when you think that that glue is almost empty, you could probably get like 20 more cards. That's my general rule of thumb. You get 20 more cards out of that one glue bottle. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm lining it up on one side, and then I'll turn it over and see once if I have my paper cut the same width. And if I don't, I can off just a hair, I'll take my scissors and I'm just gonna trim the paper. I'm gonna trim its hair just a little bit. So now I've got my sides nice and even. I use a paper clip bent out so I don't bleed. Ha, good call, Dar. That's a little tip. I love it. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your ribbon on. So this is where you can pick which side you want. It's the reversible ribbon. I really like the peacock. So what I'll do is I'm gonna pull in my tear and tape between the legs to heat that glue up. Ha! So you girls, I don't know if you know the joke about what Jay just wrote there, but I did a presentation at our team meeting, and my little tip about glue is that you put it between your legs and it warms up. And then once the glue warms up a little bit, it comes out faster. And so Naughty Nancy was at the meeting with me, and so she coined it crotch glue. So my liquid glue is like crotch glue because I keep it between my legs. Well, hey, it works better when you keep it between your legs. Isn't that entertainment? Yeah, you're laughing, I know. So yeah, so that's what Jay was talking about. Keep it between the legs. It keeps it warm and you get more out of it. All of our little secrets, our tips, our tricks of the trade, right? So you saw what I did there. I snuck a piece of tape down first, tied my tails. So I held it down the middle, and then I put the tails behind, and then I secured it between some more tear and tape. So I got a little ribbon sandwich going on here. And now I'm gonna use my liquid glue, and I'm just gonna use it around the area where the tear and tape isn't. And now this can go on the card front, and I'm just going to center it top to bottom. So here we go. That's looking good. Now what I've got here is I've got my stitched hexagon, and I popped that up with dimensionals, and I just grabbed and I found these. So what I'm going to do is use 4 of them to prep that. And then we've got some of these little, I don't think these are feathers. They're like little, I'll call them the leaf actions. They're my leaves. So I've got this guy coming out the side over here, and I've got this one coming out over on this side, and I've got this one about there. So here's what I'm going to do. I think that's about where I want them. So instead of trying to tape them to the back of this, that seems complicated to me. Secrets and tips means you are good at your job. Yes. I love sharing my secrets with you. So this is what I'm gonna do, girls. I am just going to secure that there, and I'm gonna secure these over the side here. Oop, I got my finger instead. So we're just gonna go like that, and that's how I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna like leave them free hanging there, just like so. Now that those are, and I'm not gonna peel this paper off of my tear and tape. If I peel that off, if this card gets squished down, this old olive piece will want to stick to the foil, and I don't want that. So I just want to leave that like regular one-sided tape. That's what's going on with that. So if you don't have nails, did you like that? My thumbnail finally grew out and I stopped talking about it. If you don't have nails to pick off these things, you can use the pokey tool. You just catch it from the side like this, and that lifts them up slightly, and then you can grab them. So that's a trick for getting those off. And what I'm doing here is just centering my hexagon left to right, top to bottom. All right, girls, are you following along okay? So far, so good? Okay, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on the beautiful peacock here. So it's overwhelming to think about how you're gonna get this beautiful thing glued down without making a hot mess of glue all over the place, right? So I like to keep it simple. People that have the fine tip glue pen, this works good for this, but I am a liquid glue girl at heart, so I will make this work with just a little bit of liquid glue. This is where the quote, dot, dot, not a lot, is really gonna come in handy. I'm gonna find my biggest spots that I can, and I am not gonna squeeze very hard, and I'm just going to put little bits of glue in random spots all over the place, and not too much. If you put too much on, you will have this oozing out all over on you. So, hey Becky, thanks for joining. Poke in the middle of the dimensional, and that helps to get the paper off, is what Dara is saying. So yes, that's good advice too. So, all right. So you see this? I hardly put any liquid glue on here, just a little bit. It's like this glue is so tacky that it doesn't need a lot. And so I'm just gonna measure. Now the thing is, when you put this down, you do not want to be mushing it all around. Get it where you want it and just squish it down. So you can see that I had none of my glue pop out anywhere. And you know, if it sticks up in a certain spot, that's quite all right. It's not gonna come off the card. All right, so there we've got that. And now we've got our little sentiment here. And so what Dar was saying with her tip is if you poke this right in the middle, that they come up as well. So I think that, oh, look at that. So she said you poke in the middle and it came right up too. So good idea. Love it, love it, love it. I put this little sentiment kind of off to the side here. I'm just gonna go right there. And now we just have a little bit of embellishing to do. All right, bow maker. So here you go, girls. I know some of you are still wondering how to use this magnificent, inexpensive tool. It is a lifesaver. This is the only way I will make bows. So you have your nails. They get stored in the side. These things are $5. I still have 5 of them here in case anybody's still needing one. I get them from a friend, Kathy Miller, who gets them from a friend. Her husband makes them. So that's always good to know people. So you're gonna put your 2 nails in, and I know this is gonna kind of be hard to see from up top, but these are spaced so that you can make as big a bow as you want. Oh, use your fingernail to poke in the middle. So what she's saying is you poke in the middle with your fingernail and it pops them up. So that's even easier. Okay, the trick with the reversible ribbon is you wanna try to keep the reverse side, so I tried to keep all of the peacock side up here. So, all right, so I'm right-handed, so I will take the loose end in my right hand, and I have it come out to about 1.5 inches or so past the corner here. Hey, Naughty Nancy's in the house. So that one comes underneath, and so now I've got the loose underneath, and I go under, and then it goes over. And as I go over, I try to make sure that this is straight and not all rumpled up, because this side is the front of your bow. So now that you've gone over, you come back under again, and now this is where it's important when you tie it. So now all you're gonna do is knot this. So I take the loose end and I bring it up and do a knot. Now this is where I let go, and this is the most important part about the bow. It's like one tail's going up and one tail's going down, and I've got my colors not like right. So what I'm gonna do is twist the one this way, and I'm gonna make sure that both of my peacocks are facing forward. This is where I tighten it. And as I'm tightening it, I'm gonna go like this, as I'm tightening it, I'm pulling my tails down this way and down this way. That is gonna help so that your tails go where you want them to go. You're the boss, make your tails go where you want them. So I'm gonna trim it. So this hardly wastes any ribbon. And so now I've got this really pretty bow. You take your nails off and you've got a really gorgeous bow. So perfect. Now we gotta put the bow on the card, and I like to use mini glue dots for that. And take your roll. So this is another trick for those that haven't seen it. I tie a ribbon. Kathy Miller taught me this. Tie a ribbon around, because then it holds your paper down. And this is where a pokey tool comes in handy too. You just take that off, and we're gonna be putting that right on our ribbon there. And now, I'm not a fan of my bow's tails going different wonky ways. So I will grab another mini glue dot, and I'm gonna put it where I want the tail to go. And again, I'm gonna flip so that my peacock side is facing up. And then I have one more tail, and I'm gonna put this glue dot where I want that tail to come down. So I basically show my bow who is boss. I do not want my tails going all over. Now, again, if you don't care and you like them going different ways, that's quite all right. Everybody's in charge of their own card. And so I have one more here that I wanna do. I'm gonna get this one to come right here, and it's gonna hold it down even better. So what I've basically done is have my tails coming where I want them. And now once I've got that set, I'm gonna take my ribbon scissors and trim the tails. Hey, Angie. Yeah, Angie likes the bow maker as well. So now I'm gonna trim this, and You have to be careful on this side though. I noticed on this card, as I kept putting this one in and out, it phrased the end, but you don't really have to worry about that. Put that in your envelope and just tuck it in there. Whoever gets it's just gonna love it. You should stock up in Tombow glue and glue dots. Yes, Char, now's a good time to stock up. And Angela, I love how you always give credit to whom you learn that from. Yes, because I love learning things just as much as you girls do. Hey, Patty. All right, last but not least. Okay, these are the Royal Peacock rhinestones, and I have 3 on here. So I feel like I have, ooh, yeah, look at this. I've got one Big Daddy of the peacock here. So we're gonna put him on here. And I'm not gonna put it on the peacock because it's not gonna be seen so well. So I'm gonna put that one over there. I'm gonna pull off a blue one here. And I'm gonna find, what do I got? I got a green over here. So these Royal Peacock rhinestones match all the colors in the suite. All right, girls, there's our card. Isn't it pretty? And then open it up. It's awesome. So I will do a drawing in the next day or two for somebody who likes, comments, or shares this video for tonight. Oh, I just love it. So here's the thing. I love like popping these bows up and making them look really 3-dimensional. But then as soon as you store them away or mail them, they go flat. So isn't that cool? I am seeing lots of hearts. I love it. Thanks, girls. Oh my goodness. I like this card. And you know what? I realized that when I was upstairs, I have a whole bunch of Sailing Home cards to put together too. So we're going to be doing some cards from the Sailing Home Suite this week too. So, oh, that was fun, wasn't it? You know, I'll tell you, there's always a little bit of pressure. Like, did I remember everything? Did I have to run and get anything? But I was like, whew, this card was good. So, okay. On the glue, yes, you girls like my warning. So I'm still getting lots of love coming through. I love it. I love it. I feel like we're at like a show and you girls are like standing up and giving me a standing ovation with all those hearts. I love it. So, okay. So we have this card. So that one I'll do later. And we want to do a drawing though. So I think that's why all you girls are staying tuned. Before I do the drawing, I want to just real quick, because some of you girls just joined in, I want to remind you that there's still time to sign up for this class. Tomorrow night, I'll be working on the prep work that you could get the to-go kits for this, or you could get the completed cards. So here we've got Cheryl Taylor's case card, and we've got Jay Shantae's case card. But then these two are cased from the annual or from the mini catalog. So you can either get the to-go kits for that. You'll also get, I'm going to be writing up instructions for them tonight. So you'll know what materials you need. So I heard from one of the last 2 or so classes that people didn't know they needed a sponge, and so they kind of lost track while I was working, but they didn't have the sponge. So they had to run and get a sponge and get ink. And so I will make sure that for this class for Thursday night, those people that get the to-go kits from me that are going to be putting them together with me, they know what supplies are needed ahead of time, especially for this aqua painting. Let me call that out again on here. So this card is watercolored with 3 different colors of ink and an aqua painter. And I'm going to give people the option of, do you want me to do it for you, or would you like to do it yourself? So, I mean, it's fun to do it yourself. And girls, I really wanted to do this class in person with you, but I can't. The stay-at-home thing is like telling me I can't. So I would rather have you all here stamping with me, but I want to teach you how to do all that stuff with the aqua painting, and we did some shimmer paint last week. We're going to do that again. So these cards are going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you stay tuned for Thursday night. And even if you don't get the to-go kits from me or the cards from me, watch the free Facebook Live. And that free Facebook Live, I can do that because you girls are supporting me with your orders and your compliments and encouragement, and you're the reason I put makeup on during the day. That's my joke. Like, I wouldn't wash my face or change my shirt if I didn't have you girls. So thank you for helping me and inspiring me. So, okay, yes. Karen is saying she can't believe we're only 6 weeks away from the new catalog. And hey, Julie. So just another reminder that things are starting to retire. So as the catalog nears to an end, things are going to disappear. So if there's things that you want, get them ordered now. So like the Brights paper is gone. The In Color DSP is gone. I'm talking DSP. The basket weave embossing folder is gone. If there are things that you want in the catalog, get them ordered now. Either give me an order, get your own order in, or give your demonstrator an order for them. So I want to make sure you girls don't miss out on the things that you want. So, all right. Oh, Nancy says she wants to be here stamping with me too. So yeah, I wish you could all be here with girls, but guess what? That she shed is coming along, and my goal is to have it ready sometime in the fall. So I'm gonna invite all of you over to stamp with me in my she shed. So yay! Okay. All right. So what is it time for? Are you girls gonna do a drum roll with me? Because it's hard to do this by myself. I usually have a room full going. So, all right. So I think there were like 13 people in here that had their name in. Oh, let me flip down. So here we go. I had like, I don't know, 13 or 14 people. And what I'm giving away right now is I had a workshop that I closed last week, and I didn't know what to get. So I'm like, well, let me get the newest thing in the catalog that isn't even out yet. And so it's the Ornate Style bundle, and I think that the bundle is $52, and so it's like $26 plus I got shipping and tax on there, so it's like less than 30 or somewhere around 30. So I got it. So I'll need a cash or check for whoever wins this, and I will make sure I coordinate with you when it comes in to get you it. So here we go. Let's see here. All right, girls. Who's feeling lucky? Tell me if you're feeling lucky. I know like most of you are watching. So, okay, it's going to go with this one. All right, girls. Drum roll. I was going to flip over, but let's see. Wendy Kruger. That's okay. I know I have really bad penmanship sometimes. But Wendy, you won. Yay. Judy Immel's watching. Yay. Yay, I see you girls doing the drum roll. So Wendy, you were a lucky winner. I know a lot of you were in here watching, but only one person can win. So I always wish everybody could win, but I will be doing more drawings like this. You know, as you girls continue to purchase from me and I have workshops that need to get closed, I will be giving away random half off items. So last week, Sandy Gorin picked out she won the celebration board number 6. She picked out the Many Marvelous markers. She got them for $60 some. They're normally $123. So she picked out the markers. So she got a whole marker set. And then who else? Somebody else just got a half off item too. So, Melissa Madsen, she won and she picked out ink pads. She hadn't even gotten Stampin' Up! Ink pads yet, but she ordered the Brights collection at half off. So girls, Wendy's on, yay, woohoo to Wendy. I see you just said woohoo, yay. I'm happy to see you're watching. It's always fun doing a live drawing. So girls, tomorrow night we're gonna make, I think, a Come Sail Away class card from, I think that class was in July. So I'll show you my tips and tricks on how I put it together, and we'll go from there. So again, I appreciate all your orders and your love that you give me, and I love you too. So thank you for tuning in with me tonight. I know it was a little bit longer than normal, but we did a lot of stuff on this card to make it happen, and I didn't do a lot of the prep work. So yay. All right, girls, I think we're gonna call it tonight. I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna stamp, and I'm gonna work on an In Color class that I'm gonna be doing via online, that again, you could order the to-go kits or the cards, and we'll be doing that class coming up. So I'm gonna go upstairs and stamp. Yay. All right, I love you girls. Sunshine and happiness to you always. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.